loaf of bread, okay? One of those loaves of bread is 12 inches long, right? And then you're also given another loaf of bread that's 16 inches long. If you want to cut these into equal pieces all the way through and not have any left over, you need to find the greatest common factor. So I know off the top of my head, really quickly, that 4 is the greatest common factor of 12 and 16. So I can break I can break this loaf into 3 lengths of 4. And I can break this into 4, 8, 12, 16. I can break this into 4 pieces. 4, 4, 4, 4. Do you see that? So I have 4 plus 4 plus 4 is 12. 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 is 16. I wanted to make sure they're all the same length, so I found the greatest common factor. I found the greatest length that they both share that I could cut them into. Just know that that's like what, this is helping you in the future to find commonalities between 2 different numbers. Okay, so now I'm going to show you 2 different methods to actually find the greatest common factor. At this time, I would have you guys, if I were you, I would write down these methods, okay? So strategy number 1. So I'm going to put a number 1 here. This is our strategy number 1. I'm going to say, this is the one that's going to take a little bit more work, but I want to show you it first so it makes sense. Just list off all factors. List off all factors. List off all factors. So the way that you do that is if you just find a number. If I'm trying to find the greatest common factor between 20 and 35, I'm just going to list off all the factors. So it takes a little bit of brute force. And it just takes you takes some like knowledge of knowing what multiplies out to get that product. Okay. Hey, Jocelyn, I need you to focus in. Okay. Okay.
That's Mom.
Okay, so let's do 20 and 35 really quickly. So for 20 and 35, I'm just going to list off all of the factors that I can get out of this. So I do 1 times 20, gives me 20. 2 times 10 gives me 20. Is 3 divisible? No, but 4 is. So 4 times what? 4 times 5, you said, gives me 20.
And 5 times 4.
And then 5 times 4. So I already have 5 and 4 listed, so I don't have to really list them again. So then for 35, let's figure out 35. We have 1 times 35 gives me 35, right?
2 times nothing.
2 times nothing does that.
And 3 times
3 times what?
nothing.
Nothing, yeah. What about 4 times?
Nothing.
But what about 5?
5 times 6.
5 times 6.
I mean, not
5 times 7.
6, 5 times 7, okay. That's what I like. 5 times 7 equals 35. So are there any more factors? Are there any more 2 whole numbers that we can multiply together to get 35?
No.
I don't think so. So what we have to do is we know that these are all factors. I would use underlining these in your notes as well. These are all factors of our numbers. So to find the greatest common factor, we have to see and we have to just look across the board and see which ones they share. So let me start over here with 35. They share 1, but that's not our greatest number.
What time do we leave?
We live here in about 15 minutes. I'm gonna look across these both, okay? So I have a 35. Is there a 35 over here? No. Is there a 7 over here? Is there a 7 over here?
No.
No. So I have a 5. Is there a 5 over here?
Yes.
There's a 5 right here. This 5 is our greatest common factor because it's the biggest number that they both share that are factors. That's our strategy number 1. Just list off all the factors. This requires a knowledge of knowing what numbers multiply together give us our product. So I'm going to show you another way. Wait, are we all there? Let's make sure we're all there. Yeah,
I'm there.
You're there, you're there.
All right.
Marianne, are you there? Hey, Jamal. I need you to get off that computer, okay? This is the second time. Okay. So where are you at? What do you got?
Yeah, and I'm about to finish.
Awesome. Keep on finishing up, man. So I'm going to show you another method. In the meantime, Jamarion and Jamal, just keep on working on this. I'm going to come by and make sure you understand my second method later. So for my